Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. First, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I'm Arini, your host, and today we are going to discuss a highly debated topic, social smoking be allowed on campus. Joining me today is Nabil. Would you mind introducing for yourself, Nabil?
Hello Arini and hello everyone. Thank you for having me. To be honest, I must apologize my opinion sounds a bit controversial later. I'm Nabila Fitriyanti, a student from the Faculty of Economic and Business. I have studied this issue for a while and I'm ready to share my thoughts.
Great, let's dive straight into it. Tell me your opinion about this. Can you explain why some students argue that smoking should actually be allowed in campus areas?
Well, Army, from the smokers' perspective, they believe that smoking helps them reduce stress, especially when they face heavy assessment. They feel that the campus should provide a few smoking areas. For them, smoking is a personal right. They argue that as long as they don't do it inside the classroom, it shouldn't be a big problem.
I see. So it's about personal freedom and stress relief. However, many people strongly disagree. Why do you think smoking should not be allowed on campus?
That's the bigger side of the claim, Arini. Protect to protect the health of non-smoker, campus must be smoking. Secondhand smoke contains a lot of air pollution. Students who don't smoke have the right to breathe clean air. Next, smoking also creates garbage like cigarettes butts, which makes our beautiful campus look dirty and unclean.
This is a very sad point. Health and cleanliness are crucial. Then what do you think is the overall impact of smoking on students and our academic environment?
The impact is quite damaging to create a professional academic environment. We need discipline if students smoke everywhere. It lowers the academic image of the university. Non-smokers may lose conservation because of the smell. Finally, it creates a bad habit for the student.
So currently, everyone healthy and the university reputation as a student. What is your suggestion to solve the issue? Could you please share your ideas?
Of course, to solve this problem, the campus administration needs to make strict regulation lister to both side before making a decision before the campus completely ban smoking. They should provide a specific isolate smoking zone far away from the main buildings. That way, smokers can still have their space without harming the students who want to study actually.
That sounds like a fair and balanced solution. Well, I have learned a lot from our discussion today. Please remember to stay healthy, everyone. Thank you, Nabil, for your critical and academic insight.
You're very welcome, Annie. It was a pleasure being here.
And that was our discussion for this topic. Stay tuned for our next topic. Bye bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Nano channel, the podcast where we dive deep into the most relevant topics surrounding university life and academic development. I am your host, Nabila. Today we are going to discuss highly vital topic for a higher education. Why university students should learn English? Joining us today is an insightful guest speaker who has been researching this area. Could you introduce yourself to our listener?
Hello, Nabil. Thank you so much for having me today. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. Hello to all the listeners, our team. As a student myself, I am very happy to discuss how English professions opens global doors and acts as a bridge to endless opportunities for all of us.
Fantastic! We are thrilled to have your perspective today. To kick off our discussion, would you mind sharing your thoughts and why English is so critical, specifically within the scope of higher education nowadays?
Not at all. I would love to, in my personal opinion, English is larger than a foreign language that we learn to as an exam. It has effort into the opinion to look for academic survival. First, learning English allows us to access global knowledge that is otherwise out of reach. Many studies have found that over 50% of all intellectual content on the internet is in English, meaning we miss out on much scientific data if we do not master it. If we look at the literature, foundational book by Crystal, who called and titled English as a global language, explicitly states that English has officially become the global language friends of academia, but yet students' academic reach is very limited.
Wow, that is a good percentage of information to miss out on. I completely agree that standard textbooks in our native language sometimes cannot keep up with global research updates. But moving beyond the classroom, what about its role in our future career is really that important for individual?
Oh, it is absolutely massive and the impact is undeniable when students enter the job market. They will quickly realize that top multinational companies require high English proficiency as a baseline, not an added bonus. Let's look at the data. A recent article published by the Harvard Business Review by Professor Cecil Millay 2012 highlights a fascinating trend global giants like Rakuten and Samsung implement English as their official corporate language to maintain global competitiveness. Therefore, studies who speak English eventually will definitely secure better career opportunities, higher salaries, and broader networks.
That makes perfect sense. I apologize for interrupting, but I want to make sure I understand the scope of this. Does this corporate requirement apply only to language-based job, or does it span across technical fields like technology and global communication too?
That is an excellent question. It actually spans across all modern sectors. Next, let's look more closely at the technology sector. Almost all coding language, artificial intelligence tools, and technical manuals are built entirely in English. A study in a credible academic journal, the Journal of Educational Technology 2021, highlighted that advanced digital literacy is deeply key to English proficiency. Finally, English connects us globally in terms of collaboration. It allows research and software engineers from Indonesia to collaborate seamlessly with people from Europe or America.
Incredible. It seems that finding English is simply not an option if we want to be relevant in the future workforce. For me, of this, it feels like students must take this matter very seriously. Do you have any specific practical recommendation for university students who want to improve their language skills right now?
Yes, absolutely. I know it can feel overwhelming, but consistency is key. To improve your language proficiency, it is best to read at least one academic article every week. This expands both your vocabulary and your critical thinking. Also, you let paralyze you practice speaking with your peers every day, even if it is just for 15 minutes. It will massive confidence.
Those are excellent recommendations. Many students have expressed anxiety about speaking, but your advice makes it feel much more achievable. Thank you so much for sharing your insight today and supporting them with such strong academic results.
You are very welcome. It is a true pleasure being here, and I hope our discussion will progress the strategy is.
I am sure it will. Well, that brings us to the end of this topic. Our viewers, thank you everyone for watching this topic. See you in the next project. Bye bye.